coffee okay?
Oh man, I love coffee, but it is a very highly processed thing. So I always try to go for coffees that are lower in acid, like the darker roast, like the French roast and stuff, because I like to eat more of an alkaline diet that makes my body feel better. And I like to have coffees that are like organic in nature and not decaffeinated, because a lot of times the decaffeination process is pretty toxic.
Right.
So you can always
Yeah.
do a little more research into that, but I always try to get fair trade, organic certified,
Yeah.
and super dark roast beans. And I really do enjoy that. I have to have a nice little cup of espresso and my vegan milk alternative pretty much every day. It makes me a
Yeah.
happy person.
Yeah, right. Is cold brew is a better process though.
I love cold brew because it actually has yeah, it's got like, I think the least amount of acid of any coffee. Yeah, so I either go dark roast or cold brew because they're definitely both better options for you. And tea, man, I can't say enough good things about tea because it's mood boosting as well. And it has theanine and it's antiviral, so it can help you during COVID. Just pretty magical stuff.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's so easy. I mean, I feel so
I know, right?
motivated right away. Yeah, absolutely. Tell us about your well method.
Yes, so I love the well method, which is why I talk about it in my upcoming book. And it's super simple. It just takes the word well, WELL, and uses that as an acronym to form four cornerstones or pillars to creating a healthy mindset. So the thing that I like about it so much is that this is going to help you to live your purpose and to stay physically healthy, but it's also going to help make society a better place. So you can use the well method to help combat racial injustice, social inequality, and just knowing what you need to do as an individual to make your world and the world at large a better, happier place.
So what is the acronym?
So, well, I will just do very, very brief on each of them here. So the W stands for work-life harmony.
Okay.
And I never use the word balance because I don't like the word balance.
All
And there's
right.
many reasons for that. But I don't think we're ever in balance. That would mean you're giving equal portions of time to everything in your life. And we all know that it's just not possible. Even relationships are never fully balanced. There'll be one person who's doing more of something and less of another. And it's the same with our own life. So it's more about what can you do to cultivate harmony so that you're happy, that you're comfortable, that you feel that you're satisfied. So work-life harmony starts by understanding what you need to succeed as an individual and to know that what you need is not the same as what someone else needs. Like maybe it's advocating for time off to go to a kid's sports games or concert or recitals if you're a parent. Maybe it means being able to take the time to be a caregiver for someone in your family or to be home when they're sick. Maybe you need flexibility to work from home 2 or 3 days a week. I mean, a lot of us have that now anyway, but pre-COVID, that was a luxury for a lot of people. So it's really understanding yourself and what you need and really advocating for that in your workplace. And if you can't get that in your workplace, working towards a job that is going to make you happy, to where you can have the flexibility that you need as an individual to succeed. So very huge on, again, that self-inquiry necessary to know what is important for you and what is going to make you happy. Like, I do not like to go work in an office. I haven't worked in an office environment in over like 10, 12 years now. Very occasionally. I like having my flexibility to isolate, to work from home, to be surrounded by all my tea and organic coffee and everything of my choosing. That stuff, it makes me thrive. I don't like
Right.
being surrounded by people in a chaotic environment. So being able to isolate, to have time and space to write is very important for me. So know what it is for you, advocate for yourself. I think the E is my favorite. It stands for expect excellence in yourself or enable excellence in others. And these are two different things. So expecting excellence means setting really high standards for yourself because one, you are worth it. Two, God gave you everything that you need to succeed and thrive so that you're able to live your purpose. And if you're utilizing these talents and strengths and gifts to the most of your ability, you really are going to excel. And you should expect that you're going to excel because you have everything you need to succeed. Now, the reason we say enable excellence for other people is because it's not okay to hold other people to your standards. That gets into shaming and condemnation and criticism and negative energy, and that's really not appropriate. That doesn't help anyone succeed. So when it comes to working with yourself, hold yourself to high standards, expect excellence in yourself, but enable excellence in other people by being compassionate and understanding and figuring out what you can do to motivate and inspire them to succeed. That is the most important thing. So the way you relate to yourself is going to be very different than the way that you relate to another person. So, we need to be 100% clear on that. But I'm sure, you can even think of incidents in your own life when someone has been able to help you excel by maybe just something positive they said or did.
Absolutely. And this brings us back to the beginning of our conversation when you were saying, I don't like to preach. I don't like to tell people what to do. I do it. And I expect, now I'm paraphrasing, and I expect to be a role model, and that people
Yeah,
will model, let's say, my behaviors.
absolutely.
And that's also probably what you mean by
Absolutely. Just, be that light, be the inspiration. A lot of the communication that happens between people is subconscious and unconscious. They say 70% of all communication, it's not the words coming out of our mouth. It's our body language. It's our energy. It's things that we don't even know that we're conveying that other people are picking up on. So just by you being you and expecting excellence in yourself and doing your best, you're already helping these other people to succeed. You're giving them 70% of what they need by just setting a good example. And then the other 30% can be taken care of just by those inspiring words or whatever it is that you're doing to help other people and motivate them to succeed.
yeah. And then the L and the other L.
Yes. So live your purpose and live from a place of love and not fear. So living your purpose, we've talked a little bit about purpose, but the things that we haven't talked about is how it's connected to spirituality and health in a very direct way. So when you look at Ayurveda or Chinese medicine, these are two ancient systems of medicine that both utilize a 5-element system. Now, the 5-element systems in both is a little bit different, but it's the very same principles. It's like 5 elemental principles of nature that have different energies, different just differences associated with them, like earth, water, fire, air, space. Like earth is very solid and dense, and air and space are very like airy and floaty. So this relates to the physical body structure. It also relates to your temperament, to your emotions, to your psychological disposition. So the physical body is made out of an elemental composition. And it is my firm belief from everything that I have studied, that I have learned in spiritual traditions, putting things together, that it is literally your purpose is what shapes your entire elemental constitution, your Ayurvedic profile. Everything that you are was shaped from a causal seed based on your purpose for living. So it was like you and God knew your purpose. And so you were given the physical body structure, the emotion, the temperament, everything that you need to succeed. So when you go to church or you go into a spiritual circle and they say, God made you perfect, you got everything you need, we can look at that from a spiritual science perspective and say, the reason why you have all of this is because purpose created it. Your purpose was there before you even existed. So you were created perfectly to live your purpose. This is why your physical body structure and the elemental composition of it matches perfectly with your talents and your gifts. Like earth element can tend to make you very earthy, like you can be very rigid, very firm. It also gives you skills in writing and organization, in management, project management, things of that nature. People who have a lot of air element tend to have a lot of creativity and insight and just different aspects that are going to like make each and every person thrive. So it's so important to live your purpose, from the physical health things we talked about earlier, all the way to understanding like that this is the root of your spirituality. Like your personal one-on-one connection with God can literally be felt through living your purpose and using everything that God gave you to succeed. So it's so deeply potent for mind, body, and spirit well-being that you can't get away from it no matter what you do.
I see. And it goes back again to that individuality, that Western medicine with their umbrella, one size fits all cannot really
one size fits all can't do anything because we're all different. We all have a different elemental constitution, which means we need different things to succeed. Ayurveda and Chinese medicine